Hello, this is Lisa Russick with the podcast We Are All Psychic, and today I still think we're all psychic. It is August 19th, 2025, I think. That rhymed. I like that. And I still think we're all psychic. More than ever, there's a siren. Can you hear it? Somebody is like having a bad day. Worse than anybody's probably that I know of, if I hear a siren. I usually think that. And today, what I want to talk about, I haven't been feeling too good physically, and that does affect my thinking sometimes. And so I was like, no. So I listened to some Deepak Chopra. I'm not sure how you say his name. I'm just not good at that. But I listened to some of his speaking on YouTube, and he talked about miracles a lot in life and seeing the everyday miracles, I think. And so I thought, it'd be really cool to do a podcast where I'm talking about my life, a day, like an ordinary day in my life, like it's a day where every single thing that happens is a miracle. So I'm going to try to do that for this podcast. It probably won't be long, but it might be. My everyday life isn't that interesting, but to make everything a miracle that happens to me and try to really put it that way and phrase it that way to myself and to you with words, let's try it. Let's do it. I have to get up close and personal for this. So, my day usually begins around 6 in the morning, and it usually happens with, if you're watching, this is a video on Spotify and YouTube, one of these cats waking me up, and I just say one because they're both listening, but you know which one it is if you're a regular listener, and you're absolutely correct. And he will meow and meow and meow once it's 6 when the sun comes up because it's time for food. It's time for wet food, and if he doesn't get his wet food, it's gonna be a bad time. So sometimes I can trick him by leaving this middle blind open and at night, and he will not bother me sometimes. And he's a very sensitive cat, so they both are. So when I was sick, they didn't really wake me up much, and I think that's really sweet of them. So I wake up, and that's a miracle. A miracle to wake up to this beautiful, beautiful creature just loving me. And so cute, his fuzzy little fur. He's also so soft. He's as soft as a miraculous little thing. I mean, what is a cat? A cat is the first thing I want to see when I wake up. And it is a miracle to see a cat. Oh, it is a cat. It's one of my favorite cats in the whole world. If not the favorite. I have 2 favorites. But right now. And I have a lot of favorites. I mean, I just love all cats. But, the ones that are around me the most, they're my family. And that was a miracle that I got to wake up and see one of my favorite faces when I woke up. And he purrs and he meows. So then, I'll be in some pain, and it's a miracle because, I'm still alive. It hurts a lot, and I'm still going for my life. I'm not just sitting there. I'm trying to figure things out. I'm reaching out for help. That's a miracle because it's hard for me to ask for help. And I, in general, and probably on my regular day, I will ask for help in some capacity nowadays, whereas I wouldn't have so much when I was younger. I would have just, or I would have asked my husband to do something because he's supposed to. No, because I was sick or something, I will do it if I can. And the only time I ask for help is when I really need it. So it was like after I get up, I feed the cats their wet food, and they love it. So it's a miracle for them to get their wet food every day. It just makes them so happy. Ow! And then for a few hours, I lie on the couch, maybe an hour or 2, and I drink coffee, and I look at my phone, and I kind of catch up on emails. And sometimes I'm so tired when I wake up. But it's a miracle that I didn't keep sleeping. And I feel better as the time goes by, and it's kind of like a heaven-sent gift. We got to get some more words than miracle, right? A heaven-sent gift that I can get better in just a few hours by stretching and by heating pads and aspirin and all kinds of help, that I make myself do, and certain kinds of yoga poses that I do. And those are really cool. And it is kind of a miracle that I can do some of those yoga poses because I have HEDS, which is hypermobility. And some of the stretches I can do are like inhuman. That's a miracle. But other HEDS people can do it, and they're all performing miracles. And anybody who can't stretch all the way, just because you're not bendy, it doesn't mean you're not performing miracles. You're just not performing the bendy miracles. So I'll stretch, I'll relax, drink my coffee, and coffee is like God sent everything from heaven and from the grapevines of coffee, heaven. And there's a lot of heavens. Everything's heavenly. I got to have another word for heaven, for miracle. But I guess another word for heaven is just bliss. And coffee is bliss in the morning. And when you really need it, it's always bliss. So then when I get my strength back, usually by then, maybe some clients are writing me and I'm getting ready to, get my cards set up. And I love my cards. It's a miracle that I have so many tarot decks. And I made my own tarot deck. Oh! That's a miracle. Sometimes I use that tarot deck in my readings with people that are coming up. And so, I might, get in a kind of mood sometimes. Okay, around the time I have to log in thinking, I'm not going to do my job well. And I might get insecure and think, maybe I shouldn't log in. I might not do a good job. And then a miracle happens. I change my mind, I change my thinking, and I log in and I do my job. And I'm told I do a good job by my clients. So that tells me, thank God I did that miracle. I performed a miracle. I changed my thinking and I got my booty to work and I did my best. And it pleased people. So hey, that's the goal. And I got past the anxieties, the insecurities. Oh, my miracle. Oh, manifested out of this. So then, I do readings for a little while, and then I usually log into Everclear from 12 to 2, and then I wait around for any kind of Cosmic Connection calls that might come in, or requests that might come in for people wanting remote sessions in Nashville. And I will do that till 5, and sometimes I'll go to the pool while I wait. And I do love the pool. And the pool is a freaking miracle. And it's a miracle I got hired at Cosmic Connections. I love it there. So if it's a day where I go in there, the whole day is already a miracle before I go. Like every day is, according to this podcast. So this is not one of those days that I'm describing, because that's usually a few days a month that I do that. But after I'm done at 5, and let me talk about the pool for a minute, because the pool really is a blessing. It's a blessing, and there's no disguise unless you get a sunburn. But the pool really helps me, like, with my energy levels. It doesn't help me with POTS, but I've learned from some really great friends, Joni and Angelina and Giovanni, all of them said, coconut oil. Put a lot of coconut oil on. They said if you're going into chlorine, and it'll keep your body more hydrated. And I've already got a base tan, so I can do that, and I don't have to worry about the suntan lotion. So what I usually do is I love this miraculous act of putting coconut oil all over my body. It feels so good, and I do not let myself judge my body when I do this. I mean, the thoughts come. Oh, I hate the sagging stuff on my guts because of when I was overweight, the sagging skin. Oh, it's so ugly. Nobody will ever find me attractive again. And then I'm just like, come on now. You don't want it anyway. No, but for real, stuff like that happens to a lot of us. We don't feel good about ourselves when we get dressed. And that's part of the reason I do the miracle of putting oils on my body. If it's not a coconut oil day, it'll be another oil day. And sometimes I'll mix essential oils in with them. And I'll go to the pool, maybe, in the afternoon, or sometimes I'll go in the morning. But lately I've been going in the afternoon because I've been kind of drowsy in the morning. So I get down there, and there's some neighbors, and a miracle happens. I make friends with neighbors, and we talk about nothing and everything and all kinds of fun stuff. And it's with swimming in the pool. Hours go by. I don't have any POTS flares. I'm not sick when I get back because I had fun. I talked to people, and I swam the whole time in the water. And the water is miraculous, like 80 degrees, guys. It's just beautiful. And the sun, look at it, guys. Look at the sun. That's a miracle. Oh, my God. I'm going to count how many times I'm going to ask AI to count how many times I say miracle in this miracle podcast. Oh, I muted my phone. That was a miracle that I did not mute my phone because the Amazon guy needed to get in my building. I ordered some black liquid eyeliner from Amazon for $3 because I'm doing an event and they want me to dress as a fortune teller. I love doing that. So, of course, I got to have the black liquid eyeliner. I haven't had any of that in a while. I need it for every event, so... $3, right? Yeah. You need a link and it's still $3. Send me an email. But if it sucks, I will tell you that too. I won't lie. It's $3, man. $3 is $3 these days. Any day, really. But, but that's a miracle that I had the $3 to buy the eyeliner. And I may be able to do this miraculous thing of giving myself perfect cat eyes. I'm not good at that, and I really need practice, and I've used to practice all the time, and I finally got it right, but it's been so long, I don't know if I can do cat eyes. So it'll be some work. And that's a miracle to get my makeup right. Love it. It makes me feel like I feel prettier, and I don't know what it is about feeling more attractive to myself, but it's like I just feel more confident. I feel like I can face the world the way I want to. And that's like a really good, strong, powerful, miraculous feeling to, feel like myself. I dress like how I feel now, whereas I didn't used to, and I love that. That's a miracle. And I know how I want to dress. Having gone to Catholic school for so long, you don't know what you want to dress as because we wear uniforms at Catholic school, or I don't know if they still do, but they used to. And they had us all looking the same. So when I went to high school and I could wear whatever I wanted, I didn't know what was going on. I had no idea. I had no sense of style. So around 47 or something, I started dressing the way I really finally wanted to. And I knew that then. Comfortable. Flowy dresses. Because they're comfy. It's like wearing a nightgown all day. And I'll have to have short sleeves because I always sweat. I sweat through my long sleeves and sleeve shirts and stuff. And it's a miracle that I sweat because my mom doesn't. So that's just a thought there. She doesn't sweat, so she gets overwhelmed by the heat. I don't. So that's a miracle because I'm genetically related to her. I could have gotten that one. But I got the sweat. Yay, because I can cool down. I'm sweating right now because I'm in the sunbeams of Nashville, Tennessee. In my apartment. I love my apartment. So, and it's a miracle that I live here. It really is, if you knew that story. Wow! You do, probably, if you've been listening. If you aren't, and you're just dropping in, I would love to hear a comment from any of you on a miracle that happened to you today. So I'll go in with my day. By now, I've been to the pool and I had a good time, and it was miraculous to meet people and to get a tan. I haven't had a tan in 30 years, so that's a miracle. And I used to call miracles, and people teased me all my life, and I think I finally got it straight around 30. Miracle, not miracle. Oh, finally got it. That's just a side thing that happens. So I'll be home around 5 or 6, just sitting there, and sometimes I'll log back into Everclear, but usually I take it easy and watch videos and stuff like that. Did you hear that little bell sound? That was really weird. I don't know what that was. It came out of my stereo. Well, my stereo's hooked up to something. I don't know what that was. It was cool, though. If you know, you have a secret of mine that I don't know yet. But I will by the time you watch this, I think. Maybe not. That would be a miracle. So one of those, both of those, any of those can be miracles if we want them to. So then I go to bed around 9 because that same little meower comes around and he comes and tells me, hey, meow. What? He does these weird little meows like that, these little crotchety, and he'll go back in the bedroom and start howling if I'm not in bed by 9. I don't always go to bed. He'll figure it out if I don't. But so I usually do, and then I'll get in bed, and that's a miracle. I can get in bed and just go right to sleep, and that I never used to be able to do that, so that's just great. And my little kitties, sometimes they'll get in bed with me, most of the time. They get in the nest, I call it, and we'll sleep, and you know what? I dream again, and that's a miracle, too. And I'm starting to have real dreams again of things I want in my life every single day, and that is a huge miracle for me. I want to say the biggest miracle that happens every day is I feel a sense of love. I feel a sense of love no matter how bad it is or no matter how much tears, because I do cry almost every morning still. And it's a miracle that I stop. And it's a miracle that I get over it. We always do. Time is a miracle when it passes. Sometimes it heals us. And sometimes time cannot feel that way if someone's gone or if we're in grief or mourning. I can pick if I want to see it a different way. And I do. I want to see it as a miracle. Something good, something magical, something fabulous. My whole life can look like that if I wanted to, and I keep working on it like that. I really do like that idea, the deflectional process. Why not look at our lives that way? Just try it, guys. Write a comment about your favorite thing that's happened to you today that was a miracle. And it is a miracle. Make it a miracle, because it is. You're here, aren't you? That's a miracle. So thank you so much for watching and listening. I'd like to thank my sponsor, Everclear. Everclear is an advice app for where you can get advice from psychics and empaths so you can get the clarity you need to create the life you deserve. I'm an advisor on Everclear under the name Lisa Russick, and all of the advisors are wonderful. You can get the Everclear advice app in the Google Play Store or the Apple Store, and it's everclear.com as the website. I'm Lisa Russick, and hey guys, you know I love you. You know I love you. If you've been wondering, if you're watching, I'm holding a blue agate moon in my hand. I got it from a couple friends from work, Andrew and James, when they were selling their trunk show. I got a lot of cool stuff from their trunk show for like very little cost because they are very generous people. Oh, let's try this way. Does this look right, guys? My eyebrow is a moon. Hey, that's kind of a style. Hey, baby. Would you like to take me out? Would you like to take me out? I think I broke the moon. At least I didn't break a sound bowl, guys. Love you so much and peace out. That's a miracle I didn't break a sound bowl.